Action. Hey. Okay, today we're working on the learning target. I can use criteria of a good design to select the best design for many, okay? And what we're going to be using to do that is this thing right here, okay? And this is called a decision-making matrix, okay? A decision-making matrix, okay? And it's like a rubric. Have you ever been here used a rubric before, or at least been graded on a rubric? Show of hands. I've seen a rubric. I know what I'm talking about. Everybody's hands should be up because I graded you on a rubric, okay? So make sure you're paying attention, okay? Now, to do this, today we're going to look at 3 designs here, okay? And these are designs of chairs. Now, just so you know, okay, this is a very famous chair. All 3 of these chairs. Okay. Please be quiet just because we have, it's hard to hear around the camera thing. Okay, guys? So these are 3 very, very famous chairs, okay? And I forget who actually designed this first one here. This other one right here, this one, but it's called the red blue chair. Real creative design, but it's an extremely famous chair.
It doesn't look real.
It is. This right here is an Emerson chair, okay? And that's the middle chair. And the other chair over here is designed by this really, really famous guy who lived in Pennsylvania. He designed this thing called Falling Water, but he also designed this chair. These are famous designers designing these chairs. That chair right there is called the peacock chair. I'll laugh at the peacock chair.
that looks digital.
Okay. Well, they're all true, okay? So we're going to go back up to our decision matrix here, and we're going to call one the red-blue chair. Okay? We're going to call one the
red-blue chair.
Emerson chair.
Can you write that?
Yep. Okay. We're going to come back and talk about our rockets, but right now we're applying our knowledge into these, okay? And then the one right below it, we're going to call that the peacock chair.
That's over here.
Anywhere where you can see, you can sit. And guys, I'm just going to delete these last 2 to make it a little bit easier for us, okay? So delete the entire row, boom, okay? And let's see if I can, you know what, we'll just keep scrolling.
Can't you move it up?
Nope, can't.
Yes, how about that green thing right there?
Okay, so listen up. So what would be, if I wanted to take a chair to a beach, okay, what would constitute a good design for that chair? What would be a really good design? What's something you'd want, yes?
A chair that you could lay back in and then, like, have a tan.
Yeah, so I could lay back and have a tan and enjoy the day and enjoy the sun. So maybe like reclining, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's another thing, yeah?
One that's easy to bring around.
That's so great. My last class didn't even think of that. That is extremely important. So easy to move, right?
Yeah. Relaxing.
Okay. Maybe like reclining, relaxing. Kind of the same thing, man.
Is that a D or a C?
That's a C-L-I-N-G-I-N-G.
D.
So like it's not rough. It's like
Smooth. Okay. So smooth. How about soft? Soft. Okay.
Something that doesn't hurt your body. Like
Okay.
metal. Comfortable.
So kind of soft kinds of that. Comfortable. Yeah. You got something else?
No.
Okay.
Convenient. Convenient.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Like, what do you mean?
Like a chair that's like easy to like, not hard. Yeah, not hard to actually get
Okay.
around.
Soft or hard. So obviously, ideally, you'd want it soft instead of not hard. So, right? So that's still good. Okay, come on, guys. Think of another thing. Something else. What else?
One that's sturdy. And it doesn't
Sturdy. I'm a big guy. I don't want the chair to break under me.
and
So sturdy.
also- and one that's like can stand up strong so it doesn't like sink in the sand.
There's a jetpack to it. Good looking chair.
Okay, yeah.
Cup holder.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go cup holder there. I'll come back to you. Could you guys have thought of other ones too?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you could think of more than 6 criteria of a good design. These are elements or criteria of a good design. You could think of more than 6?
Probably.
Okay, so that means on your rockets, you should be able to think of at least 6. Okay? For example, on our rockets, I'm going to require that everybody, one of the criteria you're going to rank things against is easy to build. Because we got to build it, we don't want to make the most complex thing.
Because we have.
But if it's overall the best, but it's the hardest to build, you're still going to have to build that one. Because you'll see how this works in this second.
Because that balances out.
Exactly, okay? So, oops, Control Z. Whatever. We're gonna do a merge. Hold on a second. This is how you, okay guys. So, you're actually going to, in this, you're going to rank things, okay? And you're gonna rank on a 1 through
6. 10.
10.
11.
I love the different numbers, but there's something that really makes sense here.
5.
2.
What's the first one you said?
3.
3. Why 3?
Because the rock has 3 parts to it.
Okay. Well, why?
Because there's 3 ideas.
Yeah, there's 3 ideas. So the best one will get a 3, and the worst one will get a 1. Okay. So 1 and 3, and you put there where the best is a 3, and the worst is a 1. If I had 5 different ideas up there, how many numbers would I rank them to? If I had 5 different numbers up there, 5 different ideas, how many different ranking scales? 5. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Do you see why that is? Do you see why that is? You get 5. Can you explain to me why? If I had 5 different ideas there, why would my ranking scale be 5?
Because it's 5 total. They're trying to figure out, trying to put them in place from greatest to least.
Yes. So you're trying to rank them from greatest to least. Okay. So let's look here. Which one here has the most? Out of 1, 2, or 3, which one has the most reclining?
Like best?
Okay, blue, red, and then what's the next one? The peacock, and then the last one. This one be?
No.
Okay. What? No?
Peacock should be 2.
It's what you just said.
No, that
The
peanut
middle
shit
one
is
is 2.
Oh, the middle one should be 2?
And then the other one.
No, middle was week 1.
Looks like it leans back.
Okay. So let's put this in here. Hey, let's do this.
We need to know what the chair is.
I know we're trying to do our best. Okay. So with the we're gonna give the red blue chair, we're gonna give it 3. Okay. We're gonna give the Emerson chair 2, and we're gonna give the next chair a 1. Now I went vertically. Do you guys think it's the best way to attack this, or should I start going across horizontally? You know what that means? So vertically is the way I just went down the column here, or do you think I should go horizontally? Which one do you think would be the best way to attack this, and why? Which one might be the best way? Yeah.
I think vertically because you could actually do everything together under different criteria and compare them.
Yeah, I agree. How about you? Do you agree? Which way do you think you should attack it? She just vertically. Why do you think that?
Because then you can cause them and it all up instead of going horizontally.
Yeah, so you're ranking things individually off each other, like you both said. And Zamai, I heard you the first time.
Mine is good. Mine is not in.
I'm sorry. I heard you the first time because I heard you the first time. I just wanted to clarify and make sure that he was listening over there. Okay.
It's Chris.
Okay, let him in. Okay, so we fill it in vertically because we're ranking each one to each other, right?
Yes.
So now we got to talk about which one do you think is the easiest one to move, okay? And so you're gonna vote on which one you think is the easiest to move. Yes, you don't know, but we're trying our best. Okay, we're just trying to figure out the best we can.
Number 2.
Just raise your hand to vote. For number 1, easiest to carry around and move. Carry around is easiest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And number 4. Or 3. Okay, nothing. So our ranking now goes. The best one is number 2. Okay, so that one gets a 3 now. And this one still gets the 1. The peacock chair still gets the 1. Now let's go back up and we're going to look at soft now.
Yeah, the softest.
Okay, for number 1, you think that's the softest chair? Raise your hand. Number 2, softest chair, raise your hand. Number 3, softest chair, raise your hand. Okay, it looks like number 3 gets it. Okay, followed by number 2, and then number 1, and then number 2. So then this one, and then this one right here. Sturdy. Now we're looking at this criteria called sturdy. If you think number 1's the sturdiest, raise your hand. If you think number 2 is the sturdiest, raise your hand. If you think number 3 is the sturdiest, raise your hand. So 3, 1, 2. Okay, here's how we do it. So we got 3 right here. We got 2. And then 1. Which one looks nice? This is aesthetically pleasing. Okay, number 1 looks nice. Number 2 looks nice. Number 3 looks nice. Okay. Just out of curiosity, guys, do you think that might have been the best criteria to use? I'm trying to find something. Hey, I'm trying to find something that I can actually look at. Why does it really matter? Do you think that matters? Things at the beach?
No.
No. That might not be the best criteria. Okay. We might want to talk about sleeping in it or something, or it faces the sun, something like that. A reason you take a chair to the beach. Maybe you want to get a tan. Maybe you want to take a nap by the beach. Okay? How about cup holders? How many cup holders do you see in number 1?
Nothing.
0. How about 2?
Nothing.
So do I give everything 1s?
Yeah, probably.
No, I think you should get the first one.
Unknown. Put it unknown.
The red and blue chair on number 3.
Okay, let's talk about this. So every 1 doesn't have a cup holder, so you give it a 1, right? If you see that, if your criteria is not comparing the 2 of them, don't use that criteria. Use something different. So let's say a place to put a glass. Because that doesn't necessarily mean cup holders, right? A drink. Okay? Which one do you think is the best? I think this one right here, don't you? And then number 2 maybe?
No.
3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, so we'll do this. So we'll do 3, 2, and 1. Now the last part of this, okay? The last part of this is how we make our real decision, is we add them up across. So let's take a minute right now and let's add them up across to the beach. Which chair here would you take to the beach based on your decision matrix?
It's not 12.
The first one, why?
She said it's not 12.
What is it?
I think it's 10.
13.
We're going to say 12. You would take which one? The red blue chair, because it ranks you get the most numbers. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Does that make sense? So which one? Okay, I get it. I added it wrong. Okay, which one would you definitely not take? The middle one, because it scored the lowest out of all of them. Based on your data, you are going to decide to take this one to the beach. When you do your rockets, based on the highest score, that is the one you're going to decide to use. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. So when you go back to your rocket packet now,